Hey everyone, Chris here again, and today's topic is squeeze pages versus content pages. Which one of them is actually better for your business and why? Now, I will tell you that you're going to see a lot of people who do advertise directly to squeeze pages. Now, if you don't know what a squeeze page is, it's essentially just a lead capture page. It's just a basic page where your full intention is to get somebody to enter in their email to get to the next page where you get content. Well, here's the thing. There's two real big things that are going to help you determine which is better for your business. Okay, number one, the most important thing when you're advertising on Facebook is to make sure that your ads don't get flagged at all. So when your ads show up in the newsfeed, people can choose to flag them as spam or hide them. I don't want to see this. Every single time they do that, it's like throwing a red flag to Facebook. So if you get enough of people flagging or hiding your ads, then what can happen is Facebook might actually shut your ads account down completely and possibly not even give it back to you. So the most important thing as a rule of thumb is always to make sure your ads don't get flagged. Now, you can't control what other people do, but you can determine things. If you're advertising directly to a squeeze page that they have to opt into, they're forced to have to give you their information in order to see what's on the next page, there might be some people that might feel like, gosh, this is just spam. I clicked something I wanted and they're not giving it to me. Instead, I have to give them a bunch of my data first. So could you see how somebody might be offended in that process, right? Well, that's why there's a big debate out there on which is better, squeeze pages or content pages. So let's talk about it. Obviously, squeeze pages are going to get you more leads faster. There's no doubt about that. Because the call to action is direct, it's going to get you more leads faster, but you have a higher risk of having the actual ad itself basically stopped, paused by Facebook, and you even have a risk of having your actual account shut down. What's the risk and how high is it? I mean, it really all depends on the audience you're marketing to. If you're marketing to very broad audiences, you're going to get more people that might flag ads. If it's a retargeting audience, I think that that's probably a lot safer. So, if you ran a big, huge, broad ad and then to a content page and then had a retargeting audience and you mailed a direct lead capture to them, that probably reduces the risk significantly, okay? So, but let's talk about this. Content pages is where instead of requiring them to opt in, you give them what they wanted first, okay? Then you kind of win them over through the content, and then you can collect an opt-in, get a retargeting pixel, try to get them to buy something. It's all good because you've given them some value. You're less likely to get your ads flagged, and you're more native, which means that it feels more like something that was just shared on Facebook rather than an ad. So I prefer content pages over squeeze pages, and I prefer the strategy of content page first, squeeze page second. So let's just try to dial this in to make sure you got a lot of value out of this. What I recommend doing, let's talk about like the recipe niche, okay? Let's say that you're advertising to a group of people that love recipes, cooking, those kind of keywords, and let's say that you're going to give away 10 recipes for free, okay? There's two ways to do it. One, send them to a lead capture page that says, oh, I'm going to give you 10 killer recipes for free for Thanksgiving or whatever. Enter your email below and I'll send it to you. That's one. That's a squeeze page. Or number two, lead them to a page where you just have flat out 10 recipes. They can go through it. It's like recipe number one, here's this. Recipe number two, here's this. Recipe number three, here's this. That's a content page. Okay, now that we've got our setup, let's talk about this. The reason I prefer the content page is because you're actually going to be in a position where if you have 10 things, after every single recipe, you can have a little link that's like a little promotion. Okay, so what I might do is I might put together, for instance, like an ebook that is, 101 Thanksgiving recipes and put them all in an ebook and then give away 10 of them for free in a content post. Now what that allows me to do is I can easily target people on Facebook for the keywords, send them to my content post, and at the end, in the beginning paragraph, I can say, hey, I put together a recipe book of 101 recipes. It's fantastic. I highly encourage you to download it. But whether or not you do, on this page, I'm going to give you 10 recipes for free that I think that you're going to love. But if you want to get the entire ebook mailed to you, click here, and I'd be glad to send that to you right now. So before they even start reading, you've already given them a call to action to download your ebook, that goes to your squeeze page. Okay, so they're probably going to click that, because who wouldn't want 101 recipes absolutely free? Then they read recipe number one. Underneath recipe number one, it has a little ad that says, click here to get all 100. Say this is just one of 101 recipes. Click here to get the entire ebook mailed to you absolutely free, no strings attached. Put that little thing underneath each block, right? So you have each block, each recipe you give, underneath it, have a little link like that. Then the next recipe, a little link. You do that throughout the article. Then at the end, you could even try to sell something. In case they got all the way down there and they didn't opt in, you could sell something. Say, hey, if you love recipes and you've read all the way this far, then I highly recommend you buy this course or this product or whatever it is. This will really help you. So here's what you do. You've driven people to a content page through a native ad. The ad is just like, hey, check out these, top 10 amazing Thanksgiving recipes. And it has like a picture of a killer turkey or something like that on it. And then it drives them to a page where they get 10 free recipes with the constant upsells to get your free ebook. And then at the bottom it has an actual ad that they can purchase from. So that process right there is a fantastic process. And make sure that you have retargeting on your website. Make sure that you have retargeting in that article, because the retargeting ad, now you'll follow up, and that'll actually be the squeeze page. The retargeting ad could be something simple like 101 recipes that you can download right now into your information. Now you've got them in a funnel, you've got the retargeting ad, and you can continue to upsell them. So that's my strategy right now to talk about squeeze pages versus content pages and which one is better. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next module.